Facebook. Shares are higher in the pre-market after 2 analyst upgrades. COO Sheryl Sandberg took the stage at the All Things D conference, talking about the future of the social networking company and in particular, social sharing.
All of these methods of social sharing are exploding. Messaging exploding, pictures exploding, video exploding, sharing exploding. I think we're going to see lots of iterations. I think we'll be up on the stage next year talking about something we haven't seen yet.
Well, markets reporter Sheila Dharmarajan joins me now with more on this. And Sheila, there may be more social sharing, as she was just talking about, but that means more competition.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, that's one of the biggest concerns when it comes to Facebook, right? Is it going to go the way of MySpace? Is it going to become old news? Are people just going to get tired of it? Well, Sheryl Sandberg definitely talked about that. She did admit, look, teenagers have a lot of competition when it comes to social sites. She did mention that Tumblr and Twitter are 2 big services that are taking their teen base. Keep in mind, Twitter had something like a 20% growth rate in its teen users, so certainly a big user base growth there.
New users, fresh users.
But she also added that, look, we don't think it's a zero-sum game. She thinks that the explosion in the overall market is going to be big enough that Facebook isn't necessarily going to be a loser. Now, having said all of that, she kind of has to say that, right? I mean, Facebook stock, if you take a look at it since its IPO, still down 39%. You know, the company has been really focused on new products, new additions. You know, it has a big video ad launch coming up this summer. It's mobile advertising, and of course, the Facebook phone, which everyone loves to talk about.
They do love to talk about that, but there's a lot of skepticism about it.
Yeah, a huge amount of skepticism. You know, by all reports, sales have pretty much been sluggish here in the U.S., not a lot of great response. In fact, the European launch of the Facebook phone has been put on delay for a while, probably after what's been happening here in the U.S. You know, Sandberg did talk about the phone, and she said, look, it's really for the super Facebook user. Take a listen.
For the people who love it, you're right, they're heavy Facebook users, they want that experience. Not only do they love it, but the metrics are working really well for us. They're using Facebook 25% more, and they're doing 10% more messaging. So this is a win there, both in terms of how it'll drive our business and for them. For the people that don't love it, they don't like how it takes over the phone. They don't like how the launcher reorganizes the apps they've already launched.
So she says, look, I mean, if you love Facebook, you're going to love the Facebook phone because it's going to really kind of make your life organized exactly around Facebook. And for Facebook, that's great, right? It's just going to increase the user engagement for those folks. Now, for the other folks, she says, look, maybe this wasn't a big hit, but overall, she's focused on the people who do use the Facebook phone, and it's a success there. Unclear what the company's plans for the future of the Facebook phone are. You know, there's talk about some of the software glitches when it comes to that home software and their fixes for it, but still pretty much a big question mark around its future.